This is Loyalist Lancers Sports in 40. Men's basketball versus the Durham Lords. The game was from January 26, 2024. I'm Craig Jackman from the Loyalist School of Media.
Lancers have the ball in the offensive end, bringing it around, throwaway. That is a turnover by number 8, Jaden Jack. The Lancers are going radio right to left. They are in their home white uniforms. The Durham Lords are going from radio left to right, and they are in their dark uniforms. Inbounding the ball for Durham is number 2, O'Shane Taylor Douglas, and a low shot by number 15, that was Kevin Hamlet, giving Durham a 2-0 lead early in the first quarter here. Lancers on the offensive position, far side near the gym. Turnover by Loyalist brings the ball back for Durham. Durham, O'Shane Taylor Douglas has the ball coming at three-point shot from the rim and knocked in by number 14, Kyle Barnett. That's Durham up 4-0 early. Loyalist bringing the ball back here on the offensive possession. Number 23 is Ahmed Ismail over on the far side. Gets it to Jamar Book, and that is a backcourt violation as the ball went off a foot, picked up by Burke in the defensive zone. For the throw-in at their bench, number 15 is Kevin Hamlet. Gives it to Taylor Douglas. Taylor Douglas over to Hamlet again, to number 11, that's Simon. Simon to Elliott. Elliott back to Simon at the rim, off the rim and out. Loyalist on the fast break. 23 is Ahmed Ismail. He's blocked, and then the ball comes back. Fast break for Durham. Karski Simon with the ball to O'Shane Taylor Douglas. Hands off to Kyle Barnett off the rim. Loyalist with the rebound. Coming back the other way, Jaden Jack takes the ball over half court. Loyalist offensive possession. Jaden Jack for a long two sinks Loyalist's first of the game. And bringing the ball in is Taylor Douglas. Taylor Douglas. Ball comes around to number 44, Mark Stoop. Mark Stoop to Elliott. Elliott goes in, blocked. Loyalist breaking out. And that's 23. Ismail stops for a long three and hits it. Tying the game at 5. Here comes Durham back the other way. That's Elliott. Elliott back to Stoop. Stoop hands the ball off to Hammett. 7-5 lead for Durham now. 7:30 in the first quarter. Durham starting a full court press. Here's Loyalist. Jaden Jack bringing the ball up. Brings it over at half court. He's tied up. Ismail inbounds the ball to Jaden Jack. Jaden Jack comes up to the elbow. Still far side of the court. Inside to number 21. That's Alex Arsenal. Puts it up and is fouled. Ismail inbounding to Jaden Jack. Jack drives, kicks it out, and 23 is Ismail. He scores the long three, putting Loyalist in the lead. 8-7. That was a 2, not a 3. 8-7. So here's Durham. This is Taylor Douglas with the ball. Driving, opens up for him, kicks it back out for 3. In and out, no good. Here's Loyalist coming back with Ismail. Ismail over to Jaden Jack, puts up a long shot, no good off the front of the rim. Durham with the rebound. This is number 15, Kevin Hamlet. Sorry, this is Elliott. Elliott drives, puts up a floater too that goes around the rim and down. Loyalist coming back with Jaden Jack. Heavy pressure from Durham from Taylor Douglas. Jack with the ball around midcourt, dishes off to number 14, Issa Beckles-Croft. Back to number 23, Ahmed Ismail, who turns it over. Taylor Douglas out to Elliott. And ball goes off a Loyalist player out of bounds. 20 seconds left on the shot clock for Durham. Inbounded by Kensky Simon. Simon gets it out to Taylor Douglas. Taylor Douglas leading the Durham Lords in points per game at 14. A floater three from Durham ties the game at 9. So here's, or 12, 9 now. 5:47 in the first. This is Jaden Jack with the ball, driving and puts up a floater, which is an air ball. Durham rebounds. Elliott with the ball, puts up a floater on the drive. It is good. 14-9. Ismail for Loyalist to Jaden Jack to number 23. That's Ahmed Ismail. Number 13 is Jamar Burke. He puts it up no good. So here's Loyalist coming back the other way. Gets the ball into Mark Stoop low. It comes off the rim, no good. Virtual layup there does not go down. So we have Ahmed Ismail driving. He comes up short as well. Fast break for Durham. Taylor Douglas goes coast to coast, puts up a short jump shot. It's good. 16-9 for Durham now. And Jaden Jack bringing the ball back for Loyalist. Jaden Jack off a foot, turns it over to Durham, 3-on-2. Durham drives, number 11, Euro step. Simon gets the easy bucket. 18-9 now for Durham. It was tied at 9. Durham's on a 9-0 run. Here is Jaden Jack, gives it over to Ismail. Ismail drives, blocked. Kengeza with the ball, looking for somebody inbound 2, comes all the way out to Nick Dales near center court. Kengeza gets the ball and driving, looking for a shot, nothing there. Hands off to Beckles-Croft, back to Kengeza, puts the shot up, no good. Rebound for Loyalist. Alex Arsenault with the easy put-in. Durham, Rudy Fahek has the ball. Over to Taylor Douglas. Taylor Douglas dishes it down deep to number 12, Jayshawn Elliott. Number 14, Issa Beckles-Croft gets the ball out quickly to Arsenault for the easy layup. Durham coming back with Taylor Douglas. Taylor Douglas has stooped right beside him. Instead stops for the pull-up 3. Nothing but net. 21-13 Durham. 3:15 left in the first. Coming back for Loyalist, number 8, Jaden Jack brings the ball over. Gives it to Kengeza. Kengeza over to Alex Arsenault. Back to Kengeza. Nick Dales from the corner. Off the front of the rim, no good. Kengeza with the attempted rebound. Gets it on the far side. Back over to Nick Dales. On an alley-oop, no good. Rebound by Durham. Durham bringing the ball back. That's Jayshawn Elliott going coast to coast. Puts up a floater and is fouled for bringing the ball in near side. At the elbow, looked to take the shot. Gives it over to Beckles-Croft. Gets it to Nick Dale at the far elbow. Looking to dish off. 8 on the shot clock. Kengeza puts something up. Hits nothing. Durham comes back the other way with Elliott. Elliott driving. Blocking foul. Here comes Loyalist the other way. We have Ahmed Ismail with the ball. Ismail driving, puts it up, no good. Fine defensive play by Durham to get the ball. 24 is Rudy Fahek, still has the ball, dishes off to Elliott. Elliott walking in slowly, guarded by Nick Dales at the near elbow. Gives it over to Mark Stoop. Stoop drives, puts up the mid-range jumper, no good, off the glass. And here comes Kengeza, driving, dishes off to Beckles-Croft, no good, off the rim. Durham comes fast break the other way, 2-on-2. That ball is going to go off, comes out to Stoop. Stoop gives it to Taylor Douglas. Taylor Douglas backing in, looking for the turnaround, it's not there. Over to Hamlet, who gets it. Score now 24-13 Durham. Minute 17 left in the first quarter. That's Kengeza. He was driving and is blocked. Score remains 24-13 in minute 10. This is Taylor Douglas with the ball in the offensive zone for Durham. Dishing off to number 13, Inshallah. who gets the turnaround jumper. 59 seconds left. Here comes Loyalist. King Genza dishes off to Jaden Jack. A long three attempt by Ahmed Ismail is no good. Rebound for Loyalist. Ismail's going to drive this time, puts it up, off the glass, and in. We are 24-16. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Taylor Douglas bringing the ball in for Oshawa. Taylor Douglas into Mark Stoop. Attempted give and go. Doesn't work out. Kicks it back out to Fahek. No good. Taylor Douglas at the top of the key. Dishes off. We get Kinshala below the basket for an easy layup on the dish. So here comes Loyalist. Janae Jones-Adams with a last-second shot takes us to the end of the first quarter with 4. So here comes Durham for the second quarter. Far side, that is Mark Stoop with the ball in the back corner. Gives it to Taylor Douglas. Taylor Douglas dribbling, looking for an opening, can't find one. Gets it over to Caleb Carter. He drives in, dishes off to Kashala, and runs out the shot clock. Turnover to Loyalist. Coming the other way, we have Jaden Jack, dishes off to Francesco Pelusi. Pelusi dishes to Jamar Burke. Burke back to Pelusi, puts up a 2, no good. Rebound Loyalist, comes back out to Jaden Jack. Jaden Jack with the ball, backs off a little bit. Decides to drive in, dishes off to the opening. The ball comes to Ahmed Ismail. Inside to number 33, Jalen Julian Carter. Fahek with the ball. Dishes down to Taylor Douglas in the near side corner. Off the rim, no good. Great offensive rebound by Mark Stoop for the easy put in. Coming back for Loyalist on the offensive side. Jaden Jack. Jaden Jack with the ball. Drives. Euro step crossover. Off the rim twice, no good. Manages to get the turnover. Jaden Jack still with the ball. Dishes off to number 13, Jamar Burke. Burke cross court to Ismail. Ismail drives around Stoop. Ball goes off the rim. Stoop with the rebound. Hands off to Taylor Douglas. Taylor Douglas brings the ball back over center court. Taylor Douglas, an opening comes up, so he drives. Hook shot off the rim. The inside of the rim and back out. Jaden Jack with the ball. Down low, number 13, Jamar Burke, for the easy 2. 28-16, 7:51 left in the first half. Here's Fahik, he's got the ball, dishes off to Mark Stoop. Stoop to Taylor Douglas in the far corner. Taylor Douglas backs in. Taylor Douglas with the ball down low to number 11, Simon. He gets the turnaround jumper to fall. Ismail brings it up, turns it over. Pass not sought there. So here's Durham down low. Simon again, puts it up, no good. Rebound by number 5, Jonah Nelson. Jonah Nelson gets it out. This is Loyalist, number 13, Jamar Burke with the jump up 2. 32-18 for Durham, 7 minutes left in the half. Here's Taylor Douglas across center court. Taylor Douglas drives, he's got an opening, dishes out, near side corner. Ball comes back to Mark Stoop in the key, and he just puts the pop-up too. Loyalist offensive possession, that was Ismail. Ball got knocked out of his hands, turned over. Taylor Douglas, alley-oop to Karski Simon for another 2, 34-18. Durham. Loyalist offensive possession is a turnover. Mark Stoop down low off the rim, and he gets a hack to 20 for Durham. Coming for Loyalist, that's Pelusi. Dishes off to number 14, Beckles-Croft. Jamar Burke in the corner. Now the ball comes back to Burke in the key. He goes for the jump shot and is fouled just under the rim. Ball comes loose and is recovered by Durham. Durham gets it over to Jayshawn Elliott. Elliott gives it far side of the court, O'Shane Taylor-Douglas. Near midcourt, far side, guarded by Jonah Nelson. Ball comes near side at the elbow, number 12. That's Elliott. Elliott has the ball. He's going to take the long three off the back of the rim as the shot clock expires. Loyalist ball. This is Nelson coming up near side. Brings the ball to the center of the court. Nelson dishes off to Burke. Burke down low. Ball gets turned over in an attempted pass to Alex Arsenault. Taylor-Douglas will bring it up for the Durham Lords. Takes it over center court. Near side now to Elliott. Elliott give and go with Mark Stoop, and down low is an open Taylor-Douglas. He dishes it off. Now it comes back to him in the corner down low. Dishes off to number 13, Kinshallow. Puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Durham. 12 on the shot clock. Puts it up, nothing there. Hits the net. Nelson gives it to number 21, Alex Arsenault. Ball still out far side of the three-point line. Now with Ismail. Ismail backs up. Ball is knocked away from him. Still has it. Shot clock starting to run down. Puts up a long two. Hits it. 38-22. 4:10 left in the half. Here comes Durham. This is number 12. Jay-Sean Elliott comes near side at the elbow. Hamlet to Stoops. Stoops gets it around to Taylor-Douglas. In low to number 15, Hamlet. No good. Loyalist gets the rebound. Coming back the other way is Nelson. Nelson with Nick Dales. Nelson with the ball, looking to pass it around. O'Shane Taylor-Douglas knocking it out for Durham. Inbounding will be Ahmed Ismail. Ismail to Nelson, coming around far side in front of the Loyalist bench. Ball is knocked away from him, off his foot. Durham will inbound from the Loyalist bench. And O'Shane Taylor-Douglas picks up the inbound pass, takes it near side. He's coming to the elbow, backs off, and gets the ball over to Elliott. Elliott has the ball knocked away, recovered by Taylor-Douglas. Taylor-Douglas dribbling, looking for a pass. Long three from from Jay-Sean Elliott is good. And then it is Loyalist ball coming back the other way with Nelson. 41-22, 3:15 left in the second quarter. Alex Arsenault on a low drive off the glass and in. 38-24, 3:06 left in the half. Here's Taylor-Douglas off a pick from O'Shane. From Mark Stoop, turns it over to Alex Arsenault. He drives off the rim and in. Lovely backhand layup for two. 38-26 now for Durham. Jay-Sean Elliott brings the ball up this time to the near elbow. Elliott dishes off to Taylor-Douglas. Gets it down low to Mark Stoop. Mark Stoop brings the ball around. Pop-up two, no good. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Taylor-Douglas, who is pleading his case to no avail. There were two Lancers in Taylor-Douglas there. The referee says it went off the Durham player. Here's Loyalist bringing the ball up court. That is number 8. That is Jaden Jack. Turns the ball over. We're going to have a backcourt violation. Here comes Lancers. That's Nick Dale. He's driving, dishes off to attempted to get it to Beckles-Croft. No good. Mark Stoop knocked it out for Durham. Inbounding is going to be number 23, Ahmed Ismail. Ismail looking for somebody to give the ball to. Durham very good on their coverage. Gets it to Jaden Jack in front of the Loyalist bench, who drives, puts the ball up, and there's going to be a blocking foul on Durham. Durham 41, Loyalist 28. Here's Ahmed Ismail. Gets it to Jaden Jack. Jaden Jack drives, dishes out to Nick Dales. Nick Dales top of the key, dishes off to Beckles-Croft. Beckles-Croft looking for a drive, not there. Back to Nick Dales in the corner, and shot clock runs out. So here is Jay-Sean Elliott driving. He sinks the two. And Durham starts a full court press against Jaden Jack with the ball. Takes it over midcourt, continues to drive. Went to dish off to Dales. It's not there. Turned over to Durham. Durham, length of the court is J. Sean Elliott for the lovely layup. McDale's with the inbound. He's bringing the ball up. Half-court press from Durham now. McDale's with the ball to the top of the key. Picks up his dribble, dishes off to Beckles-Croft. In the corner is Ahmed Ismail, puts up a long shot, no good. Intercepted by Jaden Jack, puts up the two, no good. Gets his own rebound, no good. Finally, Mark Stoop takes the ball for Durham, dishes off to Taylor Douglas. Taylor Douglas on the alley-oop. The Loyalist ball comes to Kingenza. Kingenza under full court press, dishes off to Jaden Jack, who gets it over to Issa Beckles-Croft, who puts it up, no good. The score, Durham Lords 51, your Loyalist Lancers 30. Bound, the ball goes to Jaden Jack, and he drives up near side to the elbow. Dishes off to Ahmed Ismail. Ahmed Ismail has the ball stolen by Taylor Douglas, and here comes the Durham Lords on the offense. Jack full court press from Taylor Douglas, gets the ball over half court. Dishes off to number 13, Jamar Burke. Jamar Burke down low to Jaden Jack for the easy layup. He snuck in behind the defense. So here's Taylor Douglas now full court press from Loyalist. Taylor Douglas turns it over. Jaden Jack with the steal. Jaden Jack is going to drive in, dishes off. Ball comes back to Jalen Julian Carter for two, making the score 51-34. 9 minutes left here in the third quarter. Taylor Douglas gets the ball just over half court and dishes off to number 12. That's J. Sean Elliott. Here comes turnover for Loyalist. We have Ismail driving, blocked. Rebound, Mark Stoop. Mark Stoop gives it to J. Sean Elliott. Elliott over to Taylor Douglas. Douglas, ball comes around back to J. Sean Elliott near side. J. Sean Elliott gets it into Hamlet, who's going to be fouled from behind as he took the shot from the foul line. And here comes Durham the other way. Gets the ball to J. Sean Elliott. Elliott dishes down low, comes out to the corner for Hamlet, who gets the three, 57-35. 8 minutes left in the third as Jaden Jack brings the ball over half court. Jaden Jack dishes off to Ismail and out of bounds. Couldn't handle the pass. It was a little bit behind him. Kashala to Taylor Douglas. O'Shane Taylor Douglas dishes off to Hamlet from the far side for another three. That will make it 60-35, and Loyalist comes back the other way. Here's Jones Adams. Jones Adams looking for somebody to pass to, gets it to Jaden Jack. Jaden Jack at the elbow, drives across the key. Pop-up two is good, 60-37. Elliott with the ball, dishes out to number 13, Kashala, no good on the long three. Kashala again at the elbow to Taylor Douglas at the top of the key. Drives a little bit, scoops, no good, no good. And then turns it over back to Durham for a long three, no good. Finally, Jaden Jack with the rebound. Jaden Jack brings it across half court, drives in, dishes off to Arsenault. He's blocked. And Taylor Douglas turns the ball over, bounce pass, length of the court. Jaden Jack with the ball, dishes off to Ismail. Ismail brings it up to the three-point line at the elbow. Looking for somebody to pass, he's picked up his dribble, dishes off to Jones Adams. Jones Adams looking to drive, instead tries to get it into Julian Carter and does. He drives and is fouled. Douglas dribbles up to the three-point line, launches a long three, no good. Julian Carter with the elbow, with the rebound to Jaden Jack. Jaden Jack driving into the key, dishes off to Nick Dales in the corner, puts up the three, in and out, no good. And Mark Stoop gets the rebound, brings it in for Durham. Stoop dishes back to Taylor Douglas, who dishes off to Hamlet for the long three, no good. And it's tied up underneath. Jump ball. Hamlet dishes off to Stoops, who gets it to Taylor Douglas. Taylor Douglas turns around back to Hamlet. Up and down, plus the harm. Beckles-Croft with the ball, gets it in to Jalen Julian Carter, who tries to go down low. That is a kick ball. Jones-Adams to Jaden Julian Carter. Spin move under the basket. Reverse layup and in. That was lovely. 65-42. 5:20 left in the third quarter. Here comes Durham. Taylor Douglas, who I don't think has been off tonight, gets it to Mark Stoop low. Ball gets to Mark Stoop, over to Taylor Douglas. Taylor Douglas to the corner, back to Taylor Douglas at the top of the arc. Taylor Douglas dishes into Mark Stoop going low. He's blocked, gets his own rebound. Dishes off to Hamlet. Issa Beckles-Croft to Jaden Jack. Jaden Jack under full court press. Issa Beckles-Croft hangs back, but Jaden Jack gets the ball in, loses it, gets it back. Over to Beckles-Croft, he's got an open two, dribbles around and drives low to Arsenault. He puts it too high off the glass. Steal, reverse layup and in for Alex Arsenault. Taylor Douglas brings the ball over half court, slowly walking it up to Hamlet. Hamlet dishes into Mark Stoop for a reverse two. Jalen Jack dribbling at the top of the arc, dishes off to Beckles-Croft. Beckles-Croft looking for an open player. That's number 9, Kellen de Guzman. And Alex Arsenault gets a short two. Kingenza with the ball. Gets it to number 7, Francesco Pelusi. Ball comes over to de Guzman, driving, looking for somebody to give it to. Comes out to number 13, Jamar Brooks, puts up a long three, comes up short. That is an air ball and a turnover. 67-46 for Durham, 3:25 left in the third. Full court press now from Loyalist. And Durham gets out of it fairly easy, bringing the ball across. That's going to be a foul just as he crossed half court. So Taylor Douglas inbounds to Mark Stoop, give and go. Taylor Douglas is going to drive behind the back pass, tries the no-look pass, no good. Here's the fast break for Loyalist, number 13. Jamar Burke drives and is fouled. Taylor Douglas comes in into the key, nobody around him, so he pops up a two. And that is good, 69-47. Coming back the other way is Jamar Burke. Taylor Douglas brings the ball in, drives, loses the handle. Kingenza, who gets the ball. Back to Nick Dales, takes it over half court. Dales maintaining his dribble, looking around. Where can he go with it? He is blocked as he attempts to get it over. There was a block by Hamlet. So this is number 24, Rudy Fahik. Still Fahik with the ball. He's being bumped, gets it off into the corner, gets it into Hamlet, who's tied up. Pelusi inbounds to Jaden Jack, hanging close in case he gets tied up with the pressure from Durham. Jaden Jack gets it to Arsenault out beyond the arc. Arsenault gives it back to Pelusi, top of the arc for three, comes up a little short off the front of the rim. Here comes Durham, 3-on-2 fast break. Fouled. Pelusi brings the ball over half court for Loyalist, dishing off to Arsenault on a give and go. So the ball, Durham driving, comes back to Mark Stoop, top of the arc. Stoop gives the ball to Elliott. Give and go, Mark Stoop down low, gets his own rebound, dishes back to number 24, that's Fahik, no good. Durham with the rebound again, that's Elliott. Elliott to Fahik again, attempts to dish off, ball goes out of bounds. Kashala to Mark Stoop. Mark Stoop tries to get a give and go going, no good. So Kingaza on the fast break tries to get it to Nick Dales and he throws it away. Fahik bringing the ball over half court, guarded by Ahmed Ismail. On the Loyalist bench side, Jaden Jack bringing the ball over with 1 minute left in the third quarter. Loyalist down 22. Ball goes to the far side with Pelusi. Ball comes in low to Nick Dales. He's going to drive and dish out. Dishes out to Pelusi. And number 12, Jay Sean Elliott brings the ball up, guarded closely by Jaden Jack. Jay-Sean Elliott to Mark Stoop, out beyond the arc, and he's going to get a travel. Pelusi inbounding to Jaden Jack. Pick set by Arsenault. Jack doesn't use it. Ball comes back to Ahmed Ismail. He takes a long three off the front of the rim, just a little short. Guarded closely by Arsenault. Now fast break by Elliott, and a dunk by Mark Stoop. Loyalist inside basket for Arsenault. Ball comes back out for Loyalist. This is Jalen Jack. He's driving in and dishes off to Ismail. Ismail with the ball. Rebound comes to Jalen Julian Carter, and his rebound is gathered up by Ismail for two. 72-52. We are in the fourth quarter now. Durham with the ball at the top of the key. Driving is Jay-Sean Elliott. Nick Dales has it for Loyalist and brings it over center court. Nick Dales still with the ball. He's going to drive, put up a short two, in and out. It's Arsenault with the rebound. Turns around and puts in two. Mark Stoop with a short two. He was open and took it. Here come the Lancers the other way. Walking in slowly is Ismail. Ismail to Julian Carter. Julian Carter looking to drive. It opens up for him. Layup and is good. Fahik with the ball in front of the Loyalist bench. Knocked away by Loyalist. That was Jaden Jack with the steal and the layup. Elliott, another steal for Loyalist. Another layup for Jaden Jack. 4 points, 2 steals in the space of 20 seconds. This is Elliott bringing the ball over half court. Elliott with the ball, picked up his dribble, looking for somebody to give it to. And there's going to be a foul called. Taylor Douglas inbounding to Mark Stoop. Back to Taylor Douglas. Brings the ball around to the far side of the key where it's stolen. Jaden Jack again. Here's the inbound, goes to Jaden Jack. Arsenault gets it to Nick Dale. They come around the far side. Ismail bangs in, off a body, and in. Durham coming the other way. This is Hamlet. Elliott walks in, still above the three-point arc. Elliott over to Taylor Douglas and back to Hamlet. Hamlet is going to drive in, nothing there. Ball back to Taylor Douglas, top of the three-point arc. Driving, puts up a floater, no good. Jaden Jack under pressure from Taylor Douglas, brings the ball in, gets it over to Nick Dales, near side. Dales near side to Jalen Julian Carter, who's going to drive in, spins around over Mark Stoop, no good. Arsenault keeps the ball alive and comes out to Jaden Jack, who gets it knocked out of his hands. Give and go to Hamlet. Cross court. And Simon attempts to go up. Elliott attempts to go up. And that is an offensive foul. So here's Loyalist inbounding, getting up to half court. Jaden Jack brings the ball over near side in front of us. And then ball comes far side now. Far side, that is Ismail. He's going to drive, still with the ball, no shot. Kicks it back out to Jaden Jack. Clock running down, they've got to put the shot up. They do, and swatted. Loyalist inbounding. They've got to grab it and toss it up. Jaden Jack does and comes up short. And here comes Taylor Douglas for the Durham Lords. Taylor Douglas walks it over. It opens up, so he drives and puts in the layup. Jaden Jack comes up near side, dishes off to Nick Dale. And Nick Dale puts up a short two in and out that Mark Stoop gets the rebound for. Ball comes to Taylor Douglas. Taylor Douglas with the ball near side at the elbow. Durham collapsing down towards the basket. Ball comes out to Elliott. Elliott drives, puts it up, and is blocked. Ball goes out of bounds, and it would be Loyalist ball. Jack with the ball over half court. Driving, still with the ball, almost loses his balance. Dishes off to Jalen Julian Carter. Bangs bodies, goes for the layup, no good. Inbound for Loyalist goes to Arsenault. He's ganged up, so the ball comes out to Jaden Jack. He puts up a two. Stoop with the rebound, and here comes the ball up for Durham. This is Taylor Douglas. He dishes off to Kansky Simon in the corner for a long two, 76-63. 4.5 left in the game. Here's Jaden Jack. He slipped. The ball was knocked back, so it's not a backcourt violation. Brings it back in, gives it to Ismail. Ismail drives, inbounded to O'Shea Taylor Douglas, who brings it up to the near side elbow, cross court. And the ball comes back to Mark Stewart, who just hands it off to Taylor Douglas, drives in with the layup, but the rebound is by Elliott, spins around, recovered by Ismail. He drives in, dishes off to Jack for a backdoor layup, which is good. Steal by Ismail. He's going to go in for the layup, and good. Full court press now by Loyalist. Taylor Douglas gets the ball up to Elliott. Elliott brings it over, walks the ball in. Quick burst, back to Mark Stupas at the top of the three-point arc. He's no good. Rebound comes to Jaden Jack, bringing it up near side. That was Arsenault backing in, knocked a player down, threw up the reverse layup. He didn't even see where the net was. Managed to come off the rim, but no good. O'Shea Taylor Douglas has the ball in the offensive end zone, driving in, dishes off to Mark Stoop for the mid-range two-pointer. Loyalist with the ball. Ismail looking for somebody to pass to. Jaden Jack drives in, dishes off to Arsenault, back to Julian Carter. He drives, dishes off to Jaden Jack, who tries to drive in and is going to be fouled. Jack over to number 13, but Jamar Burke hits a three. 82-72. Loyalist now within 10, 2:13 here in the fourth quarter. You're listening to OCAA Game of the Week here on 91X. There's O'Shea Taylor Douglas. He puts up a two under great pressure, no good. Rebound comes to Hamlet, who drives and stripped and fouled. Minute 55 left. Loyalist down by 12 now. Here is Jaden Jack. He's driving and blocked. That's blocked by number 12. That's Jay Sean Elliott, I believe. Inbounding is Ismail. He gets it to Jack at the near elbow, top of the key to Burke. Burke back to Jack. Jack puts up the floater, and it's good as he drove in. Now Loyalist with the full court press. Ball comes to Taylor Douglas. Taylor Douglas driving, and that is a score for Durham. And now the ball comes back to Loyalist in the offensive zone. Turnover, and then turnover again, stolen by Arsenault. So Hamlet gives it to Elliott. Elliott double-teamed, gets it over to Taylor Douglas, gets it back to Hamlet, top of the key. To Kinshala, back out to Elliott. Elliott drives, dishes off to Mark Stoop for the dunk, as Mark Stoop comes in from the backside of the defense. 88-74, 51 seconds left. Here comes Loyalist. That is a three from Ismail, comes up short. Gets their own rebound, goes to Julian Carter, who drives. Rebound to Durham. Gets the ball to Taylor Douglas, who's double-teamed. Ball is knocked away. That's going to be a reaching foul on Jaden Jack, making the score 90-74, 40 seconds left. Loyalist driving in, and Julian Carter is blocked. 90-76. Here comes Durham, getting the ball across center court. Elliott bounces it for Taylor Douglas. Gets it back to Hamlet. 23 seconds left in the game. They're going to try and stall. Ball comes back to Elliott. He's going to toss it off to Hamlet. Hamlet goes to drive, stakes a step back two, no good. Arsenault with the rebound, and the ball comes to Julian Carter. 5 seconds left. There's Kingenza with the easy backcourt layup, and that will bring the game to an end. Final score, 90 for the Durham Lords, 78 for the Loyalist Lancers.